Hey, everybody, welcome to Fierce Fabulous Fridays from Girls Who Print. I'm really excited today that we are going to be speaking about a new opportunity for your business and for your customers. But before we start, I cannot not mention that today is September 11th and that it's a good time to reflect on where we've been and everything that has, has been transpiring in the world, and to, collectively move forward together in a positive way, hopefully. And that is actually one of the reasons why I am breaking my tradition of not doing anything on this day and actually holding it together and want to present a new opportunity for everybody, a way to reinvent and re-engage and think about things in a new way with some innovation. So thank you, Erica, so much for agreeing to join us today. Erica also has really stepped up at the during this presentation. She's going to make 2 exclusive offers that literally are out of The Godfather, as in too good to an offer you cannot refuse. So thank you for that, Erica. And I'm going to turn off my video and my audio as well and turn it over to you right now. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deb. And hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Fierce Fabulous Friday. I'm so excited to be speaking with you guys today about a new opportunity. And I really want to preface what I'm going to talk about today because many of you, well, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of Direct Mail 2.0. And normally when I do speaking engagements, it's all about integrated marketing and omni-channel marketing approach. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. And I'm going to hone in on a specific technology that is very relevant to the time that's coming up right now, which is holiday season, and the fact that we are navigating this in a new unit of time with something that we haven't experienced in the past. As Deb has mentioned on a lot of her events, Black Friday is not going to look the same this year. It is not going to be hordes and hordes of people, storming the stores to try to be the first ones to get those Black Friday deals. So we really need to bring something to the table that's new and that's fresh when it comes to marketing for our clients. So I'm going to talk to you today about a technology called Lead Match, and more specifically, direct mail retargeting, which is a new concept. And it really brings you to the forefront as a printer because it puts printing on the same level as digital retargeting. So I'm going to go through the technology with you, and I'm going to go through specific applications and specific examples so that you can see how it works. And then if we have enough time, I'm actually going to show you what it looks like and, of course, unveil the offers that we're bringing to you for the to the table today. So I want to start off, as I do always in my speaking, with some statistics and laying the foundation as to why this is so relevant, why this is so important. It's important to recognize that the average business utilizes 4 or more marketing channels when promoting, and all of those channels lead to the website. Okay, so no matter if your clients are doing billboards, radio, TV commercials, print advertising, digital, everything is driving people to their website. And 90% of people who are interested are going to end up on the website and do their due diligence. According to Google Analytics, 96% of unique website visitors are going to leave. So your clients are getting an average of a 4% conversion rate or less on their website. Why is this important to note? It's important to note because with print advertising, we're creating the reach, right? But people are not necessarily converting once they get there. A vast majority of the people that we build up interest with our print advertising, they just don't convert. And then on the other side of it, people who come to the website from all of these other marketing channels, a vast majority of those people are not converting as well. So when we look at consumer behavior, what are people doing? A lot of people are leaving the website and going to the competition. So no matter what advertising channels or marketing channels your client is utilizing, it's driving traffic to their competitors as well, because we live in an age where we all want to be pro-buyers. We want all of the information. We don't necessarily want to be sold. We want to know what we're buying. We want to know we're getting the biggest bang for our buck or the best thing out there. People are looking at reviews, at pricing, at testimonials, and just really doing their due diligence, okay? And marketing 101, 80% of sales are made between the 8th and the 12th contact. So we have to recognize that people are not going to take that buying action or convert unless they've been touched several times by that brand or by that organization. Now, also, you have 3 different kinds of people who are going to make it to the website, right? You have people that don't want to buy at all. They're just browsing. They're not going to make a buying decision ever. They are completely out. Then you have people that are not ready to buy yet, but they are a potential buyer. And then you have people that are ready to buy right now, cash in hand, and those are the people that convert, and that's that very small percentage that your clients are getting on their website. What we want to focus on is we want to focus on consumer B, okay? The person who's going to buy but not ready to buy yet, the 96% of people who are going to leave the website. Okay, so we all understand this. We've heard this a million times. So now what? What can we do about it? What can our clients do about it? Well, most businesses today utilize digital retargeting to re-engage. Okay, that's your Google retargeting, your retargeting on social media. You know, that's when you're looking at something and then all of a sudden you leave the website and that product or service is following you everywhere. Okay, everywhere you go, it's just following you. We know that most businesses are doing that and doing that either micro-targeted, meaning product specific. So if you go on Amazon, you look at a pair of shoes, you look at a bag, it's following you everywhere for a certain period of time, okay? Or they do it on a branding level. You go to, you know, a website and then that Geico insurance is following you everywhere. Okay, but it's more of a branding and not product specific. So one way or the other, most businesses have adopted this into their marketing strategy overall for re-engagement. But what if I told you that you can do the same exact thing utilizing direct mail? And this is really a game changer for you guys, because this puts print and mail specifically into that digital technology for re-engaging those interested people that were on the website. So what is retargeted direct mail or direct mail retargeting? It is sending custom mail pieces to customers and or prospects who are engaging with an organization on a digital level. So they're going to the website, they're engaging, but these are anonymous visitors. These are not people who are filling out contact forms. These are not people who are donating or purchasing a product. These are those 96% of people that are coming, looking, browsing, and then leaving. 47% of marketing respondents said that retargeted direct mail increased conversion rates, and we'll get into how and by how much later on in my presentation. First, I want to tell you a little bit from a very high level. I don't want to go too technical and put you guys to sleep, but I do want to talk to you about the technology of lead match. Lead match is identifying the anonymous visitor, and it's meant for 2 different things. One is proving direct mail attribution, which is not what we're going to talk about today. The second thing is building the perfect mailing list. There is no mailing list that you can go to a list vendor and purchase that's like, I want people who are on my website and interested in my product. No, you can't go to a mailing list vendor and get that list. You can get a lookalike list to your customers. You can say, here are my customers. Let's go ahead and append this and let's see who we can get that looks like my customers, okay? But you cannot get a mailing list, postal addresses of people who have been to your website by just going to a list broker, okay? but you can through lead match. So here's what happens. A specific pixel is put on the back end of your client's website. That pixel it just goes in the header or footer of the website, takes 30 seconds to put on your client's website, okay? And anybody can do it. It's very, very easy. It's copy and a paste, okay? Every single device has a device ID. It's like a social security number for that device. So tablet, phone, laptop, desktop, computer, every single one has a specific device ID, fingerprint for that device. So what this pixel does is it takes the IP address. The IP address is on a household level, okay? And it goes deeper than just the IP address. This is not just reverse IP matching, if you've ever heard of that before. That's done on the household level, okay? But it's not accurate. It's about 35 to 45% accurate when it's done on a household level. And I'll tell you why. If, especially during COVID, you're at home, your internet starts acting a little wonky, it's, you know, not connecting well, you reset your modem. We've all done it. We've done it several times. I had to do it twice yesterday for my kids who are on virtual school, okay? Every time you reset your modem, your IP address changes. So when you're doing just reverse IP matching, how old is that list? How many times did somebody reset their modem since that had been matched up, right? That's why it ranges about 35 to 45% accurate. Now, when you go to the device ID level, that's when we can get a 95% accuracy that this person is this person and lives at this household. So IP address, then device ID, and then cookies on the device. And then we're talking about several different kinds of cookies, okay? We're talking about cookies for autofill, okay, like this, autofill. When you're going to fill out your information and it just starts autofilling, okay? We're also talking about cookies if you've ever gotten into your car in the morning and you look at your phone and it says 22 minutes to such and such an address, okay? And that address happens to be your office because Monday through Friday between 7 and 7:15 a.m., you are in your car and you are driving to this destination. That is a cookie that's on your device. And we allow this for convenience sake because we want to say, hey, Siri, take me to blah, blah, blah address. Or we want our passwords to be saved on our devices. Or we want our devices to anticipate our actions. So we allow this for convenience sake as consumers for the most part, okay? So when we identify a human on a website, we are identifying this based on the fingerprint of the device. And then if it is a computer or a laptop, we're verifying via the browser and the device and all of the cookies on that device. That 300 plus point match system is what this data goes into to identify within a 95% accuracy that this person is this person. And then we're able to get a postal address, okay? And with that postal address, we are now able to see, okay, what did this person do on our website? What actions did they take? What pages did they visit? How long did they stay on the website, or how long did they stay on each page? How many times did they come to the website? So how engaged are they? And now I have their postal address, so I can go ahead and retarget them with a direct mail piece. So there is nobody more qualified to receive a direct mail piece from your client than an anonymous visitor, because these people are raising their hand, saying they're interested, and beyond the shadow of a doubt, these people were on the website.
Erica?
So that, yes.
Sorry, you keep mentioning customers' websites, but what about the printer's own websites? Why are we excluding them from this process?
So not excluding the printers from the process, you can absolutely utilize this technology for your own marketing purposes. However, Lead Match identifies the residential address, not the business address. So during COVID, if somebody is on your website looking for print services, okay, or looking at your products and services, we can get the address of that person, but it's their consumer address, not their business address. So you can target them at home if they're working remotely. that's definitely a huge plus and has been a huge plus during the COVID-19 pandemic. But we're not going to be able to get the business address through this particular technology. There are technologies out there that do identify business addresses of unique visitors that are on the website. The challenge with that one is that it doesn't identify the individual from that company that was on the website. So this is more granular, going into the device ID and going to the individual, but it is going to get them at their residential address, not their business address. So we do have a lot of printers that are utilizing Lead Match to retarget people via direct mail to promote services. But what we're focused on mainly today is that this can be an offering for your clients that are B2C. And what's really exciting is when you can take this technology and utilize it for retail, nonprofits, financial, these heavy hitters in direct mail, automotive, another huge one. They're looking to get the consumer that's on their website, and they're looking to reach them pretty much immediately. Higher education is another one, and that's one of the examples that I'm going to show you. But you can definitely utilize it as a printer. Just note that you're going to get the individual at their home. That answer the question, Deb?
Yes, sorry, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so now I want to go over the statistics so that you understand this is a new technology. So statistics and data is still being aggregated when it comes to utilizing this kind of micro-targeted marketing, okay? But there are some statistics, there are some market research data that's been done, and then of course with Direct Mail 2.0 having launched this technology January of 2019, we have our own internal statistics on how this has been performing across several different industries. So first, it's important to note 81% of consumers want brands to get to know them and understand when to approach them and when not to. Okay, if they're not wanting to buy, they're not interested, the marketing message isn't going to be well received. But if somebody is interested, willing to buy, the message is going to come at a serendipitous moment. And this is how you can create that serendipitous moment. Also, average response rates on direct mail retargeting right now are ranging between 9 and 18%. That is astronomically high, okay? When you are mailing to people who've been on your website and you're getting a 9 to 18% response rate on those mailings, that's increasing the overall return on investment of all of your other marketing efforts by re-engaging those people and getting them to convert, okay, or to purchase, whatever that conversion means to your clients. And this is a statistic that is across 360 different industries that we service that are participating in this direct mail retargeting technology and direct mail retargeting campaigns. Also, abandoned shopping carts, which is super huge right now for mobile shopping, especially since the mobile shopping postage promotion is starting soon. When you have a QR code or some type of code on the direct mail piece and you're driving people to an e-commerce site, it's 2% off of postage. So that's an incentive to get your retail clients or anybody with an e-commerce site to mail during the holiday season. 2% off of postage. But then once they drive people to that site and they have people placing items in shopping carts, but then not checking out and abandoning those shopping carts, the direct mail retargeting is actually creating a 14% decrease in abandoned shopping carts and an 8% increase in average order size. So you'll be able to, from the actions that people took on the website and in the lead match report, see granularly by postal address if the person did abandon the shopping cart and you're taking a direct mail piece and sending it to them with an enticing offer to come back and check out, that's creating less abandoned shopping carts, higher conversions, and higher average order sizes because you're offering them a discount or something additional to come back and complete the purchase. So that's very, very powerful. And again, those are your most qualified people for your clients to mail to, are those people that are basically ready to make a purchase. They just haven't done it yet.
Erica, we have a question.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you're going to get to this, so sorry if it's preemptive, but Jeff Hinkle would like to know, how is the mail addressed? Is it to occupant, owner, for example, or is it the actual name of the person in the house?
Okay, so what Lead Match does render is a postal address, okay? So it can be a salutation that you are sending to, so our neighbor or, something to that effect. Or if you would like, you can take those addresses and you can get them appended through another source to get names, phone numbers, email addresses, and additional data based on that physical address. We are finding, depending on the specific business that's doing the direct mail retargeting, it isn't necessary to get the actual name in order to mail to, because this mail piece is going to stand out to that individual that was on the website looking. It's just like when you first started seeing digital retargeting ads, it was like, whoa, I was just on that website. This is weird, right? It was kind of like, how did they know? This is kind of bizarre. And now we're just used to it, right? We know that when we go to websites, we're going to get retargeted digitally. It has that kind of an impact. So the name isn't as essential as the design of the mail piece and the offer.
And an apartment building, it would know which apartment, or just knows the entire building?
No. If it's a specific apartment, it will have the apartment number. It will have all pre-directionals, post-directionals. It is CAS certified, NCOA'd before it's even exported from the system and given to you. So these are mail-ready files.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We can't release, so just so you guys know, we can't release more than one data point on anonymous visitors without it being a breach of privacy, okay? So a single data point released on the anonymous visitor is what's allowed by the Personal Privacy Information Act, okay? So you can't do much with just a name, because how many John Smiths are there, right? And with all of the can't spam laws and the double opt-ins and things like that, releasing just email addresses, you're not going to be able to do much with that, okay? So the postal address is not a breach of privacy to be able to export to you on anonymous visitors. And with that postal address, like I said, through appending through another source, you're able to get more information on those individuals. So that's why the postal address is what's exported. Okay. 47% of marketing respondents said retargeted direct mail increased conversion rates. So again, if your clients are spending money on direct mail or print advertising to drive people to the website to prospect or to stay in touch with customers, and a vast majority of those people are leaving, we need to do another round to those people that were interested. So if you think of this like a funnel, okay, that's always what I like to do as an example. You have the people here that you think are most likely to buy, okay, or most likely to convert, and that's your mailing list. That's your initial mailing list, okay? And then you have the people who are interested and take an action, go to the website. Then you have the people who are converting. That's the narrowest part of the funnel. So what direct mail retargeting is going to focus on, it's going to focus on that middle group, those people who took an action but did not convert. This is a drip follow-up or a micro-targeted campaign, and the sole purpose is to increase conversion rates. And to increase conversion rates on any type of marketing that they're doing. Because remember, all roads lead to the website, no matter what marketing your clients are doing or you're doing as a business. The middle of the funnel is what needs to be concentrated on to move those people down to converting. And 60% of marketing respondents said retargeted direct mail increased return on investment, because when you take what you paid initially for that advertising and then you take the cost of the drip or micro-targeted campaign to increase conversions and you add it together, it's creating a higher return on investment because you get that higher conversion rate. And another cool fact about this is that 68% of marketers who used retargeted direct mail reported an increase overall in website traffic. So people, again, getting these pieces coming back to the website, it's just creating more traffic and people looking at other things on the website. So the more traffic you get, the more relevant you get for that website, the higher you come up on organic searches. It helps across the board with all of your marketing. So let's get into some of the examples and then the keys to success when utilizing direct mail retargeting. So a resort did this and increased their conversion rate by 20% after implementing direct mail retargeting. And just so you know, this was recent. So this was about 4 weeks ago. This specific resort did the direct mail retargeting for people who were searching for vacations and searching for their deals. And this resort gave them until the end of 2021 for this voucher that they could use and book anytime during that time. So that's a pretty strong increase on conversion rates for people who are just browsing their site and looking like, I want to get away, I need to book a vacation, but I'm not quite sure right now because of everything that's going on. So that's pretty phenomenal. So the 4 stages of direct mail retargeting, and this is very important, again, tying it back to consumer behavior and recognizing the fact that you want to optimize these micro-targeted campaigns. We have to understand that people are at one of these 4 stages when they are on your client's website or on your website: the awareness stage, consideration stage, purchase stage, or loyalty stage. So let's talk about awareness. This is somebody who is just browsing and not necessarily looking to make a purchase today. They're going to the home page or to category level pages or maybe to product pages, but not drilling down into individual products. And the message that you should retarget these people with should be pretty broad but relevant. Okay, a strong call to action to get them enticed to come back and start to look at those granular things on the website. Then you have the consideration stage. This is where people are looking at specific products. They're also looking at reviews, testimonials, things like that. This visitor should receive a mail piece that specifically speaks to what they were exploring, and it should have a compelling offer that is in conjunction to specifically what they were looking at. Again, think micro-targeted. Put those digital presses to good use, okay? You can change the messaging all throughout this campaign. Then you have the purchase stage, which is specifically with abandoned shopping carts or an abandoned form. Somebody starts to fill out a form. Somebody puts something in the shopping cart, doesn't convert, doesn't make the purchase. These are your hottest people. These are the people that you really need to focus on. If you do nothing else, if your client does nothing else, you need to be doing this, because this is where you're going to push those people over into a conversion, okay? And it has to have a compelling offer, and I will show you examples of direct mail pieces that were utilized for direct mail retargeting with compelling offers. And then I hear this a lot from printers that we work with, where they're like, why would my clients want to purchase their customers that are coming to their website? Well, 80% of sales come from 20% of our customers for the most part. That's a general statement, but if you really break it down from business to business, residual income, customer retention, super important, especially during COVID. So if a customer makes a purchase or takes an action, or if they're simply just going on and looking at something, that's worth its weight in gold to your clients and also to you, okay? So when somebody is on your website, a customer, they've ordered from you before, they're looking at something, say they're looking at wide format printing because they need some signage inside of their business, okay? They haven't ordered signage from you in the past. They've only ordered brochures from you in the past. That's valuable information because now you can retarget them with a specific message that has to do with the wide format or the signage that they were looking at and educate them on how this is an important staple in their business right now. Okay, so don't count customers out. Just because you have their contact information, you don't know what customers are on your site. You don't know what customers, your clients don't know what customers are on their site. So don't rule them out just because you have their contact information. You knowing what they're doing on your site and knowing that they were on your site in the first place is valuable information and creates an opportunity for continued business with that customer. The keys to success when it comes to direct mail retargeting, first of all, speed. Speed, speed, speed. These people are hot. They are on the website now, and you should be sending them a direct mail piece within 48 to 72 hours of their most recent visit to the website, okay? This is so essential. And think about it for a second. You don't have to go so elaborate with the direct mail piece. It can be a standard 4 1/4 by 6 postcard, which automatically goes out first class and is received within 1 to 3 days. As long as the message is compelling and the offer is compelling, it doesn't need to be this huge elaborate mail piece. Okay. If you want to do something larger to stand out like a 6 by 8.5 or a 6 by 11, you can, but we would recommend going first class, which can get pretty pricey for the client. But speed is everything. It is the most important thing. You don't want to be sending direct mail retargeting to somebody who visited your website 30 or 45 days ago because it might not be relevant. They could have already made their purchase decision. Okay. Think about somebody who's looking for a car. When they're car shopping, they're pretty much interested in buying. They're looking right now because they want to see what's out there, what deals are out there. And if you reach them within 48 to 72 hours, then guess what? You're going to be on the top of their minds. So speed. Can't hammer that home enough. Your message needs to be relevant. It needs to be relevant to what they were looking at. If they were on your client's site and they were looking at product A and you send them a postcard or a direct mail piece that talks about product C, it's not going to stand out. It's not going to impinge. So utilizing the data that's being shared with you through the lead match report is super essential. And of course, the call to action. They need a reason to act, and they need a reason to act right now, as opposed to just kind of waiting in the wings, okay? So call to action or your offer is super essential. So let's take a look at some examples. Hyper-personalized messaging. So this card is personalized to Jay. So, hey, Jay, we know you're a sneakerhead and we got you 25% on our new collection, okay? Notice they didn't say, we know you were on our website. No, they just say, we know you're a sneakerhead and we've got you. They know that he was on the website looking at sneakers, looking at maybe the new collection that they had just released or the new releases. Okay, so now they're offering him a 25% off. Now, clearly this was a list that got appended for names in order to do that hyper-personalization, right? Take a look at another one. BlendJet, portable blender. So I don't know if you guys have ever been to BlendJet site, but BlendJet, when you go and look at their site and you click on a product and put it in the shopping cart and don't check out, they offer you 10% off right there. Wait, don't go. 10% off if you check out now, and here's your code. Got it. So they obviously need to go above and beyond that with their direct mail retargeting in order to entice those people and bring them back. So the direct mail piece is offering them 15% off and then giving them a code to type in when they come back and convert. Okay, telling them exactly where they need to go and what they need to do. And you can see how simple these pieces are. I'll go back for a second, okay? Very, very simple. Clean lines. Stands out so that it's recognizable immediately, okay? Super, super important. Okay, so this is an example of micro-targeting based on digital actions taken. So this card right here, come back to bed, okay, is utilized for this home goods store. Come Back to Bed was their design for people who abandon their shopping cart, right? Cute little play on words there, and play on the concept of the fact that they almost got into bed with the organization for their bedding and purchased, right? Then you have the people who didn't put anything in a shopping cart, but were just browsing around. Greetings from Parachute, home of all things soft and cozy. And of course, on the flip side, they had a call to action. But again, very recognizable, very simple designs. This is the key. Use an offer they can't refuse. So the better the offer, the higher the conversion rate. If we look at Graze, their offer was a free Graze box, right? And the person had to put in their name, address, and credit card for shipping, and then it automatically opts them in to receive that box on a monthly basis, okay? But they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they say, we'll offer you one free box, okay? So that is an incredible, enticing offer. And again, step by step with what people are supposed to do and what's going to happen, very, very clear. Using expiration dates, another thing that's extremely essential, okay? Give them some time that this is going to end for them so that they act now, expires on this date, okay? Another cool thing that businesses are doing, especially in retail, to get larger orders is using a sliding scale offer. So when you buy 2 pairs, you get this amount off, or 2 pairs for this amount. But when you buy 3, it's for this amount. So a lot of retail is starting to do that to increase their average order size. And people will take advantage of it, especially if the retailer is like, any orders above $150 gets free shipping, right? So if they see, oh, this isn't going to get me free shipping, but this one is, I'll go ahead and buy a 3rd pair. I can give it to my sister. Right? So utilizing sliding scale offers is another great thing for direct mail retargeting. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you an example of what the lead match report looks like once you download it and once your client wants those leads and what they're going to get, what kind of data they're going to get from the system. So let me just pull this in over here. Okay, so this is an example of the lead match report, okay? So what you're going to get here is the postal address, and again, all of these addresses have been CAS certified and COA'd and are mail-ready files, okay? Then right here is the number of times that this individual has visited the website in general, in total, okay? And then we give you the date and time stamp of the most recent visit, okay? So they could have come to the site every single day for the past 2 weeks. They could have come only once, right? So you can definitely see the people who are more engaged and doing more research and browsing based on the number of times that they visited the site overall, okay? This yes, no is if it's a match to the mailing list that you uploaded. That's if we're doing mailing attribution, which is a topic for another day. Then we're going to give you the top 5 URLs that the person visited based on number of visits and their duration on the page, okay? So for this particular client, it's higher education, and it's for an admissions campaign, and they really wanted to concentrate on people that were looking to apply to the school or looking to schedule a visit or a campus tour or looking to transfer, right? So we would sort this by the first URL and see those people who are most engaged with those 3 pages. Those are the potential students that we now want to focus on for the direct mail retargeting. But you can see their full journey. So if you continue to look down here, this is going to tell you how many times the individual visited that particular page. Okay, so how many times did they visit that page? How much time they spend on that page. Now, here's the very interesting thing. We can only tell the duration that an individual spends on a page if they go to several pages within the website. because we take the timestamp from when they arrived on that page and the timestamp from when they arrive on the next page and take that difference, and that becomes the time that they spent on that previous page. If they only visit a single page within the website, then their time spent is going to be 0 because we have no way of knowing without that second timestamp. So sometimes you are going to see zeros on duration. It is technically considered model data since we are doing it that way. But you'll be able to see the person's journey if they visited several pages all the way to the top 5 URL pages that they visited. Now, this is where you guys are going to be able to see if the client started to fill out a form, or the anonymous visitor started to fill out a form, put something in their shopping cart, was looking at a specific product, because it starts to get extremely granular once those actions are taken. Those are coded specifically on the back end of your client's site. So your client will be able to interpret that data. Okay, you don't have to worry about interpreting that data, but they'll be able to do that. But you can at least provide to them this information. Okay, and then once they have this information, you can provide to them a strategy to utilize direct mail retargeting. See, all these people were interested in athletics or the athletic department, so they could receive a brochure having to do with the school's athletics. Okay, and the list just goes on and on and on for what we're able to get on these granular visitors. Okay, and then you can take that list and you can suppress out anybody who converted or checked out or donated and what have you, and only focus on the people that abandoned their shopping cart or abandoned their form or were just browsing. So I'm going to show you another thing, and I think we have enough time, and then I'll unveil, actually, let me unveil the offer first, and then I'll show you the last thing that I want to show you, and we'll open it up for questions. So here is what we are going to offer you. If you are not a partner of Direct Mail 2.0, we are going to offer you no annual contract at this moment. We're basically going to give you a trial run of 3 months before you sign an annual contract or an annual commitment with us. Just so you know, all of our partners are on annual contracts, okay? We're gonna give you 3 months to try this out, to see if it's something that you can get traction on with your clients and utilize, especially through the 4th quarter of this year. The cost is starting at $199 per month, so it's not a huge financial commitment, okay? But 3 months, and then after the 3 months, you can decide, yes, this is working for me. I want to become a true Direct Mail 2.0 partner, or no, this isn't for me. We didn't really get enough traction on it, so I'm just going to go the other direction. You have to sign up by September 30th in order to take advantage of this offer. And we want you to, because we want you to be able to utilize this through the 4th quarter, utilize it for that mobile shopping discount, and really be able to get some traction on it with your customers for the 4th quarter of this year, okay? The other thing is, to do lead match, there is $0 to put the pixel on your client's website. No obligation of buying leads whatsoever. So you can create a job in our system for lead match only. You can get that pixel in an instant, and that's what I want to show you. And then once you have that pixel, you can have your client place it on the back end of their website. It will start accumulating leads. You'll see how many leads you'll have available or your client has available, but they're under no obligation to purchase. So think about that for a second. Anybody that you're talking to, whether they're doing direct mail or signage or brochures or booklets or whatever they're doing with you, or if they're not purchasing from you, you can say, hey, listen, I have this awesome idea and we can do this for you, but let's just put the pixel on and see how many people we get. Let's see how many unique anonymous visitors we can identify, and then see if we want to structure a direct mail retargeting campaign. The only money that you're going to pay above and beyond this 3 month commitment of $199 a month is if your client decides that they want to purchase the leads. If they want to purchase the leads, it's 12 cents per record with a minimum of $25. Okay? That's incredible. A lot of our partners are selling these leads for anywhere between 24 cents to over $1 a piece, depending on the industry. So there's a lot of room for profit there. Think about what you sell mailing lists for through your mail list vendors to your clients, okay? Lots of profit there, but the biggest thing is there is no financial commitment that your client needs to do upfront or that you need to do upfront once you're in our trial. You can create as many lead match jobs as you want, put as many pixels out there as you want on your clients' dashboards or websites, and that's it. And then you just sell and you only buy what you are able to sell. So that's our incredible offer for non-partners right now. But any partners on the call, don't worry, I've got you, as well as anybody who decides to become a partner. All attendees that stayed on and listened are going to be entered to win 1,000 free leads, and we will be pulling those names later on today, and we will do it on video through the anonymous or random software thing that just picks a number. And then from there, we're going to let you know, hey, congratulations, you have 1,000 free leads. So that is the other offer that we are doing today. So one last thing, and then I'll open it up for questions.
Hurry up, Erica. There's chomping at the bit going on now.
I get it. I get it. Okay. So I just want to show you what this looks like when you come into the dashboard. I want to show you how easy it is to set one of these things up, so you're not like, oh my gosh, I have all this admin, I have all this stuff that I have to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go to our dashboard real quick. So this is how easy it is to set up a lead match only job. So I am going to create a job. I'm going to go to lead match only job, which costs nothing, $0. And I'm just going to select a client that's already in my system for ease and convenience. I'm going to name the job lead match only demo. I'm not mailing anything right now. I just want the pixel. This is for advertising because I'm going to put it on my website. And I'm going to go next and finish. Creates the job. I'm going to come down here to tracking code generator. I'm going to put in my client site, abccompany.com, and I'm going to click save. Boom, there's my lead match code. Copy paste, put it on your client's website, and you're done. That's it. That's all the setup that there is included in setting up a lead match only job. So with that, and you can purchase the leads directly off of the dashboard as well. So it's literally that simple. No time at all. Okay. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing and let's open it up for questions, Deb.
Okay. So people are very impressed. Okay, first of all, can you create pixels for, let's say, 300 clients for $199 a month?
Yep.
Doesn't matter to you.
No limit.
Beautiful.
Doesn't matter.
Juliet Lamond is Juliet, do you want to ask your own question? I mean, or do you want to chat?
Let me turn stuff on.
Okay, Juliet's very excited.
Okay, so my question is that we as printers would subscribe to the service, and then with our customers that we print for, we would install that or put that pixel on their website, and then would be able to direct mail for the leads that come through for them. Okay.
That's correct. You don't have to place the pixel on their site. You can just send it to them. They'll be able to place it. If for whatever reason they cannot place it because they're not tech savvy and they don't know how to do it, All we need is their user ID and password to their website, and we'll place the pixel for them at no charge.
Okay,
So it's never an obstacle getting the pixel on.
okay, so the way I was listening to this in the beginning was I put this on my website and I could find other printers, and I was trying to wrap my, people to print for, and I was trying to wrap my head around how that would work for us, and that would not work for us because our customers come to our website because they're already customers.
Right.
But this way,
that you know of, that's
right.
kind of the whole point.
Yeah,
But
Right.
this is different because it's going to residential addresses, so it
Right.
probably wouldn't work unless a printer wanted to incorporate this along with like an every door direct mail program, just to let everybody in the neighborhood know if they need any type of printing. Maybe you're a quick print shop, a Minuteman, one of those things that are looking maybe for more one-off kind of jobs, just like, hey, we're having our own. By the way, okay, so I don't want to go printiverse crazy here, but my mind spins when this happens. And to me, this is a fantastic opportunity actually for a printer to use it to have their own Black Friday special. And what would they print, right? So if you can print smaller quantities, and I started thinking about the printing that people do around Black Friday, and it's holiday cards, it's knowing that they have invitations for events, well, when we did, but my sister, my niece was having a bat mitzvah, and my sister waited for Black Friday to order the invitations from Shutterfly because she knew they were going to have a Black Friday special. So there are people looking for print on Black Friday for specific things. So if you are a printer and you are willing to, print 100 invitations or a bunch of smaller jobs, this is definitely something you can apply to a consumer application. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
That's okay. That's okay, Deborah. And you know what? It is all dependent on your client's website traffic. Like, for example, Lenjet, just over the past, I think it's been like 4 weeks or so, 311,000 leads. So it all depends on your client's website traffic, how large or how small the opportunity is. But the point is, you can put pixels on all of your customers, anybody you're talking to. Hey, let's put this pixel on your site and see if this is a good opportunity for you. It doesn't cost you anything except for the 3-month partnership to try it out.
And when I just had this Elevate Print conference a couple of weeks ago, and every once in a while I ask Erica just to stick something on my website, just so I can make sure that, everything that I'm going to say you claim, because that's a fair phrase. Everything that you claim actually comes true in some manner. And I can tell you that I now know, was it 785 people that I did not know before. They weren't on my mailing list. They weren't anybody familiar to me other than the fact that now I actually do know who they are because Erica put the pixel on my system. Now, I don't sell anything, so I don't really need to append it and get their email addresses or anything like that, but it worked, and quickly, like within a day.
2 weeks. Well,
I started
it was working
getting
within a day, but that 786 was only within a 2-week time period that we were promoting the event. Listen, I wouldn't be standing behind this kind of technology if it wasn't fully vetted, if it didn't work. I believe in the print industry. I believe in innovation. And I really, really do think that this is the future of direct mail and hyper-personalization and making sure that we're getting our clients the highest response rate possible. I really do feel that way.
There was another question that I'm not sure is necessarily something you might want to share out loud, but
Sure.
Somebody was asking if you can suggest any vendors that can help hyper-personalize the addresses.
Oh, append the data for addresses? Yes.
Yeah, like who do you work with?
So we work with David Carroll with A-Type Data. We have vetted his data inside and out, and he also has a special pricing worked out for our partners and has brought his minimums down, because most mailing list vendors are going to charge you like a $500 minimum for a pen. He dropped his minimum to 75 bucks because some of these lists are pretty small and he doesn't want you, you know, pricing yourself out of the market. So as a part of being a part of our partner network, you would get access to that append pricing as well.
And would that also work for just the trial offer? Or
yes.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
More bonuses. I love the bonuses.
You guys are going to get full access to know what it feels like to be a Direct Mail 2.0 partner. I want you to have that because I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I'm willing to put skin in the game because I know you guys will be so flipped out about this technology. You're not going anywhere. I'm just that confident.
The other thing that I just want to mention is that, you know, when Eric and I were talking about it, we specifically made it so that the time frame of the trial offer would extend to after Black Friday, because that's when you want to get everybody, the people who didn't buy stuff, who were just looking around. That's when you can come back and say, someone can say, oh my God, I was looking at that lamp and now there's an additional 10% off, or buy one, get one free or something. And it becomes really a way to get people back into the purchasing ecosystem. I'm thrilled with this.
Yeah. Another thing I do want to mention too for during this time frame is your nonprofits. If any of you guys work with nonprofits, Giving Tuesday is coming up. These nonprofits are hurting because they can't have their events and they still need to make their fundraising dollars. Anybody who's looking at a nonprofit's website is a potential donor, in my opinion. So it's huge for nonprofits as well. And bringing them an idea like this is huge.
Yeah, I also think, I love that you showed the example of the school, because that is also critical right now. There are still college campuses who can't do tours and things like that. They're not even back on campus in some places. So with that being said, knowing that people are specifically looking at athletics, knowing that they're specifically looking at financial aid information, helps the college or the university or the learning institution, whatever it might be, manage their marketing budget too, by not spraying and praying with more things than somebody might be interested in, with the goal being to keep them in your ecosystem. So I think it's really, with the right strategy, with somebody who's willing to say, okay, I'm a printer, I'm not a marketing person, I get it. I don't want to have this argument with printers anymore. But what this is a way to bring a new opportunity. And like Erica said, your customers and the institutions at like a school would know how to interpret their own data, or would have people in place that could, or hopefully would say, look, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Can you help? And by the way, if anyone needs help, just find me. I will find someone to help you. If that's the obstacle.
We help you.
Oh, okay. Or Erica can help you. There you go.
We help you. Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want, there shouldn't be any obstacles here. We have enough people in our networks and enough content, contacts, that there's no obstacle that collectively we cannot overcome. So tap into all of the resources, and honestly, don't take no for an answer. This is insane. For $199 a month to try something new, to generate money for you and retail customers who really, really need help. I do have one more question for you. You did focus a bunch on shopping carts. I know we use the school as an example that wouldn't have a shopping cart, but are there other, I mean, I'm assuming it also works just for regular things. It would work for a restaurant, I guess, if I'm looking at a menu, or for a shoe store, if I was looking at a certain pair of shoes, whether or not there was a shopping cart, correct?
Any business. Whether or not there's a shopping cart, any business, I mean, financial, okay? Somebody's looking at an IRA, or they're looking at possibly opening up a checking account, whatever, you know, this is across the board. I was using very easy examples because retail is easy for this kind of thing. Education's really easy for this kind of thing. But honestly, there is no business that I can see that wouldn't benefit from this technology and knowing the anonymous visitors that are on their site. Bring me a business that it wouldn't work for.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just knowing the anonymous visitors, it's knowing what they're looking at. That is what
they did.
That is where the value is here. It's not, I came in on the home page. It's what did I do after that? I mean, we were looking at a report that showed somebody went back to click 200 and something times on the financial aid information. That's more than a prospect. That's someone who's trying to figure some stuff out. You know, it's good time to communicate with somebody like that. Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions or comments? I want to be mindful of the time. No. Okay. Well, who was it?
Deb, can you make sure that everybody has my contact information? Are you maybe going to send out an email so that they can contact me if they want to?
I'll actually give you I'll give you the registration list. There's everybody here wants you to pretty much follow up with them. So you can just follow up directly. Ashley Sisselman is like already ready to sell this. So she's in.
Good.
Yeah, there's a
yay, Ashley.
Oh, okay. Everyone's happy about the webinar. So if that's it, if no one else has any other questions or comments, we'll close this down. But if you do, please reach out to Erica directly. That is absolutely the point of why we do this. And make sure you check out girlswhoprint.net for our upcoming programs, and printmediacenter.com for other things going on there. And I want to thank Kelly Malazzi, who's been manning the chat, girl number 2 at Girls Who Print, and of course, Erica Switzer. It is awesome to have you in our ecosystem, and I really appreciate not only that you continuously dedicate your time to helping elevate print, but because you worked with me in this particular instance to really come out of your offer box and do something really amazingly awesome here. And for $200 a month, everybody should be trying this, or I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's no customers. We are literally putting this in everybody's lap to try something new. So please, $200, try something new. Thank you so much, everybody.
No problem. No problem. And Kara, just to let you know, yes, we do have vertical market presentations. So just I'll reach out to you and we'll talk about it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you for having me on Fierce Fabulous Friday. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time. I appreciate you. Take care. Have a great weekend.